am out of the delusion. Flags waved at me left, right, and center. Should try hooking up. Hooking up is great. I got a little too heat. That's fucked up, and I hated that. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Paki Sana, and as you can tell by the title of this video, it's a story time about how I got cheated on. Yeah. Anyway, I'm filming here because I think it's the most comfortable spot, and honestly, anytime I'm at my dad's place, this is the place that I hang at, and honestly, I need some comfort to describe this traumatizing story. It's so traumatizing to the point where I literally thought I was going to unalive myself. And I know I say this extremely casually now, but back then I truly thought I would never be able to get out of this one because it consumed me to the point where I literally thought I couldn't eat, drink, or sleep. It had consumed me so negatively, and I'm so glad that I've healed and healed to the point where I am out of the delusion and blindness. Blindness to the point where there were red flags waved at me left, right, and center, and guess what I did? Choose to ignore them because silly little me was so naive and so stupid. Honestly, let's just get on with the video. Okay, so to preface the story, I will be talking about like how I met him and when I met him. So this was during 2021. I was 18, all right, and this was during COVID. Like not the peak of COVID because nobody knew the severity of the situation at the time, but yeah, it was like the beginning of COVID. And one thing about me is I love performing arts. I love to I can't sing. I don't know why I was gonna say sing, but I love to act and dance. Dancing and acting is my passion, and I knew that once I get into college, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do multiple festivals and perform and get myself out there as much as I could. So when I heard that our college is hosting an annual day, I was like, I'm doing it, and obviously I chose to do it. And once I arrived to college, this is my first year, by the way. I didn't know anybody, so there was this one guy. Let's name him David. So David was extra friendly towards me. He was talking to me, getting to know me, and I appreciated it because honestly, that's really kind of him. Didn't think much of it because one, the guy was not my type at all. So I really didn't think much. I just thought he's being nice because he's a senior, obviously 2 years older to me, so he was 20. I assume that was the case. So with time passing by, eventually everybody around me is like, Paki, David definitely likes you. He's really into you. And I was like, no, he's not. I'm sure he's not. It's fine. I don't think so. Because honestly, I never thought of him in that way before that for sure. So I was like, I brushed it off. So we kept on talking a little bit during college, and he tells me that he actually lives very close to me. So my college, which is in town, when I travel back home, his house is on the way. So I offered to give him a ride back home one time. And I wish I didn't. Because on the way back home, on the ride, the whole time he's talking about how hooking up is amazing. It's the best thing ever. And I should download dating apps. I should try hooking up. Hooking up is great, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I should have stopped the conversation there, but he kept on going about how he was dating this girl and he got cheated on and he broke up with her, but he loves hooking up. He goes on dates, on dating apps, and yada yada yada. And I was like, yeah, fine. It's not my scene. I'm not into hooking up, but I obviously do not judge someone who's into that, and that's their preference. Good for them, but not for me. So I was really like, why is he pushing it on me? I don't want to. Also, you guys, one important thing that I forgot to mention is that this boy had completely lied about the fact that he'd ever hooked up or been on a dating app or dated anybody and got cheated on. The only reason he mentioned this was trying to look cool in front of me because he thought I'd think it's cool, which I didn't. Anyway, so I drop him home. Now, eventually, the day of the annual day comes, and I've been giving him a ride back home. This guy, David, is like, you've been giving me a ride back home. The least I can do is give you a ride to college and back, right? And I was like, yeah, that's so sweet of you. Sure, The event gets over, the annual day gets over, and so he's like, let's go have lunch. And I was like, yeah, sure, I don't mind, let's have lunch. And while we're eating, he goes on, like, it's silent, we're just eating. He says to me that he likes me. So in my head, I'm like, he probably means as a friend, obviously, because he's made very clear he's into something casual, he's on dating, he enjoys hooking up. So I was like, as a friend, right? Of course, same here. And his face goes blank, and it's like filled with disappointment. So at the time, I didn't understand, but on the way back home, it's again extremely silent. So I was like, did you not mean as just a friend? He's like, obviously not. And I was like, oh, oh, cool. Yeah, I like you back. You're sweet and all of that. And then eventually that happens. I end up going home. We have a break for a while, like from college. So we message back and forth. Not as much, not not as much. Eventually, there's another festival that I really want to participate with my friends. However, there is a media festival. Now, he was in the organizing committee, but not of media. It was like the general festivals, whereas I study film. So this was just specific to the media category. So I participated in it. He had no work when it comes to this, but he still chose to come every single day, which I thought was really sweet. Like, oh, he must really like me because he's putting in so much efforts. I really appreciate it. And people around me also were like, he's coming every single day. He must really like you. And I'm like, yeah, he probably does. And then eventually we start dating. Now, again, the festival gets over. We're talking on the phone almost every night, and there's this one incident that he talks about. How he's at the gym. Now he likes working out. So he's at the gym, and there was this one girl in particular, let's name her Yana, who's constantly asking him for a spot or like, how do I do this? How do I do that? I didn't think much of it because it's a gym, you know? If somebody needs help, they're gonna ask. It's not a big deal, right? Yeah, so I didn't think much of it. Then he tells me he goes on a walk with her, only the two of them around the pool a couple times. And I was like, hello, why just the two of you? That doesn't make sense. And he's like, no, we're just trying to be friendly. And I just wanted to make her feel welcomed and feel nice. And I honestly let it go because he's an extroverted person. So I assumed that there was nothing out of the blue. It's not out of the ordinary. So I was like, yeah, whatever. It's chill, cool. He tells me, then I decide to sit. This is where it like made me a little like sus out of the whole situation was that when he told me he liked me, when he took me out on a date, like not the date, the lunch the first time, he had tried to take me in this like guarded area in his building, and then we trespassed and we were just sitting there and talking for a bit. This is the same place he tried to take her, and I was like, I thought that was our special space. Like, why would you take her? And he's like, no, no, it was shut, so we didn't go there. So we were sitting on the bench. And I was like, okay, but what did you all talk about? So this girl was telling him about how she kisses a guy in every city she goes. And that's a dream of hers. She enjoys that. Like, it's great. And I was like, that's weird. Why is she telling you all of this? Where is this heading? And he's like, no, no, don't worry. She's talking to a guy right now and she really likes him. She showed me his picture. And I was like, that's still weird, but okay. And then eventually she puts her head on his lap. And I am like, that's where I draw the line. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is she putting her head on your lap? And then he's like, no, 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 I told her I have a girlfriend. So, we left when I was spoke to her and all of that. And I was like, okay, are you sure nothing happened? And guess what he said? No. And guess what I did? I believed him because at the time I had no reason to not believe him. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt and I was like, yeah, I'm sure he's like not lying, right? Anyway, 2 days later, we decide to go on a date, David and I. And I'm picking him up from his house. And he tells me that Yana and him were supposed to meet because it was the last day and she's going back to the city she belongs to or she comes from. And I was like, okay. And then he's like, yeah, but I'd meet her because we're going out on a date. In my head, I'm like, is this boy thinking he's doing me a favor? Because he sure as hell isn't. But I was like, I moved past it because I don't have to act crazy. I'm freshly getting to know him. I can't be crazy just yet. So we come back, nothing really happens. He tells me that she has a great body and that she sends him app pictures, and I was like, that's really weird. Why the hell are you talking to her? What the fuck? And he's like, no, 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 she's a child. So nothing would happen and she's talking to another guy. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I believe you. I fully believed him, by the way. Now, a year into a relationship, things are going a little rocky and we're on the verge of breaking up. And we kind of did. But I had a festival at this point and I was sobbing. And I sobbed there as well. But I was really attached to this person because I spent every single day with him. So I truly felt connected to him. And so I didn't want to let go. So he decided to meet me at Starbucks, which is next to our college, by the way. He sits me down and he takes a deep breath and tells me, do you remember Yana? I was like, yeah, I do remember Yana. He's like, she kissed me. And I go blank because I literally throughout the relationship, I really thought of him as the cleanest, nicest person who would never do anything to me. That's how badly I was manipulated and blinded. Literally, I was like, this boy can never do anything wrong. He's so sweet. He would never do that. 30 minutes, I did not believe him. So what did he do to try to make me believe it? One, he tried to show me his chat with Yana and a picture that they took after she kissed him. Okay, so he tries to show me that, but the chats are obviously deleted. Now why would they be deleted, huh? Obviously because you were constantly talking to her and there must have been something sus. So he deleted the chats and I was like, okay, so did it happen or not? He's like, no, if you don't believe me, I'll call my brother up. And he calls his brother up and is like, अरे तुझे याद है याना जिसने मुझे किस किया था स्टेज पे? हाँ वो. And the brother's like, हाँ मुझे याद है. This same brother, when we first went on that date where he was supposed to meet Yana because she was leaving, this guy at night, I think David was sleeping, and he recorded a video of David saying, I love Paki in his sleep, fully knowing that David had fully cheated on me. And he was in on it. And I met him multiple times, and he knew the whole time, which is fucking crazy to me, by the way, because that's fucked up and I hated that. He breaks this message to me by saying, like, breaks the thing to me by saying that I didn't tell you this before because I didn't see a future with you, but now that I see a future with you, I thought I'd come clean. As if it makes it any better. And honestly, at the time it did for me because that's exactly what I wanted to hear, that he sees a future with me, and I was so attached to him that I couldn't imagine, like, us breaking up. Exactly what I did, like an idiot. I stayed with him. Now, once I was out of that breakup and the whole traumatizing situation, things started to hit me. Apparently, she told him that she knows this really cool Harry Potter thing, and then she takes him up to the 38th floor. I remember the 38th floor, and she's like doing something on the stairs, like it's echoing, and then she kisses him. She backs him like, and he pushes away to like try to believe like, oh, if I don't think about it, it never happened, you know. One, why would you take a picture with someone who forcefully kissed you knowing that you have a girlfriend? Secondly, why would you stay in contact with her? Like, why were you still following her? Why were you still liking her pictures? What was the reason? Thirdly, why were you going to meet her the next day, the day she was leaving, if there was nothing, and if she forced you and it was so traumatizing or bad for you, knowing that you had a fucking girlfriend, bro? It doesn't add up. And most importantly, this girl is a minor. She's younger to you. Now, she probably doesn't know any better. And she's growing, she'll probably regret it later. But you, being a 20-year-old grown man, why did you choose to let it happen over and over again? Anyway, one thing that I would really like for whoever's watching to take away is that I know we have this urge to fix people, to try to see the better in them, because that's exactly what we wish we receive, like someone who takes care of us and is there for us and does not give up on us. But just know one thing, that not everybody deserves that treatment. Not everybody has a good heart like you do. and to respect yourself more, because I know that I am going to, and I am at the moment, and I'm in a very happy position with great people surrounding me, and I'm grateful for that. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you guys again, and this is just the start, and I'm super excited to make more YouTube videos. This was a little spicy one. I did my big one in this, and I truly felt like I love story times. I love watching Tana Mojo and like other people narrate stories, so I was like, might as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. See you soon. Bye.